Might have to freestyle this.
Good evening, welcome to the University of Worcester Arena WNBL Division 1 action for you as the hometown Worcester Wolves take on the visitors Ipswich, and I can tell you that there is quite an atmosphere in the arena here tonight. Ipswich, we know, one of the power outfits really in this division, and Worcester struggling sort of towards the bottom order of this league. They've had a really tough run of form with a few injuries and other things to contend with, illness and what have you over the last few weeks. But it looks like we're set up for a great game here tonight. It really is a must-win for Worcester. They set 3 off the bottom of the top, 2 indeed off the bottom of the table, and only 1 game in hand. So against Nottingham Trent, so they really got to take 2 points here tonight. But it's going to be a really tall order, I suspect. Joined once again by Stephen Asante. Stephen, what are your thoughts coming into this game? Worcester really got to get a job done, but you've almost got a mountain to climb before you start, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I think Ipswich are 4th, are they?
Yeah.
So they're a top team. They're looking to finish off strong, and Worcester need to try and stop them tonight. We'll see how that goes on, though.
Well, we'll see. They're going to need a big game with Ipswich having plenty of shooters on their team. Ada Batese putting in 17.31 per game. But Chandra Nunes, 20.3 for Worcester. They're going to need her to step up and do a job tonight, eh?
Yes, for sure. She's going to be key tonight. She has to come out aggressive, looking for a shot. Don't be scared to shoot the ball.
And, you know, Ipswich, a really tall team. You know, if they drop into a zone, that's going to be tough it's going to be really tough to manage, right?
Well, and I think Shauna Williams will have to try and do the job. It's going to be tough by herself in the middle, but I think they've got Calderon back, so she can help on the boards and in the paint.
And Anna Trett, we know, can hit them from outside all day and all night.
Trett is a threat.
Anna
Trett the threat.
Trett the threat, absolutely. So, we'll see now how things evolve throughout this evening. But let's take a run down the starters for the game tonight, and it's going to be Anna Trett, Charlotte Finn, Calderon, Williams and Nunes starting for Worcester. No real surprises there. Roberts, Collier, McLaren, Danvers, Cox, Whitehouse and Wickham off the bench. Bell, Mbaye, Forster, Goodser, Taylor Willis and Batese starting for Ipswich. Again, I would say probably no surprises there. Fallon Gray, Ozarobo and Pearson off the bench for Ipswich. Long road trip for Ipswich today, obviously. East Anglian club. You get any further east and you're probably going to end up in the Netherlands. So big trip for them, but as we said, really tall team. So there's going to be a lot of mismatches. I feel on the floor tonight.
Yeah, I think so too.
And obviously Ryan Emery, we know very defensively oriented as a coach.
Yep, and he knows what's going to happen. He's going to have to build a wall in the middle, just like how they stopped Giannis Antetokounmpo. You've got to build a wall, just hands up, move your feet.
Well, teams are in the final huddle, and a minute to go. In fact, the last time these two teams met, it was Ipswich who took the win in that one, 81-63 was the last game. So, and indeed in the last 5 games, the head-to-head, as we say, 81-63. We've got to go a little bit further back. Worcester not managing to beat Ipswich yet, so a bit of a hoodoo team to be broken here tonight. But Ryan Emery knows what he's got to do. It's been a tough season for Worcester one way and another. It started brightly, but it's been very much an up and down season and beset with injuries. Good to see Calderon back for Worcester.
Yes, yeah.
Which we know producing quite a few college players as well over the years. It's a great program they have over there at Ipswich, and whatever happens tonight, we're in for a great game, that is for sure. So the Wolves taken to the floor. All the formalities and the fist pumps and so on. In fact, we'll change the starters before this game. Stella Maloney Danvers not starting, so Charlotte Finn stepping in to to that position, getting her start tonight.
Yep.
Do we know if that's an injury? I've not had any.
I'm not sure. She was kind of stretching her leg before the game with a band, so I'm not too sure what the situation is there.
So we're ready to get underway, and teams will, as is traditional, take the knee. Prior to the tip, and away we go. So
let's get this show on the road.
So straight away we see that height advantage that Ipswich have got, and Yasin Belenbaye with the tip. It goes straight out to Wolves, and Charlotte Finn straight away looking for a triple straight off the bat.
An aggressive drive.
Yeah, hard to the basket, and I'm not sure, but I think Shona Williams tweaked something there actually. She was limping back up the court. Nunes puts up the triple to open the account. Ava Bateza is there with the rebound. Goes hard to the bucket, kicks it out.
They got a guard her.
Great ball movement from Ipswich. Good board from Forster. Now, Goodser running around the perimeter. Bateza, little head fake, pulls up at the top. Back iron, no good. Out of bounds, so Bateza knocks it out. Bateza bats it out. And so Finn on the inbounds. Chandra Nunes may have got away with the travel there, I think. It's,
and
one. Well, count the first score, Nunes. And she's going to go to the line. And
business as usual.
Yeah, Cameron Taylor-Willis just calling the team in just to have a discussion about that. But we know she's so effective with the Euro, just finding her way into that space. Tough to guard. Chandra Nunes. So Worcester open the account here at the University Arena. She's up to the top.
They've got a guard her. I said they've got a guard her. She's been left open.
Yep, Taylor-Willis. Well, she called the conference and maybe just to organise that. Nunes.
Good drive. Floater.
Yeah. Good drive inside. Good finish from Chandra Nunes.
She's a professional scorer, isn't she?
Volume. Goodser.
Another open three.
Here we go. Another wide open triple. Goodness me. They've got to do a job. And Taylor-Willis. Ryan Emery already knows what he's got to do. That ball, Anna Trett just couldn't hold on to it. So on the break, no good. Good board. Goodser snatches it off the ironwork. Taylor-Willis once again.
That's a three. Air ball.
Deep three. Doesn't go. Misses everything. So it's Wolves by 2 with 7:59 to play.
That was a heat check there.
Finn into Nunes. Calderon did well there to find Nunes. She did well to find the space.
Yeah, she did. Find the angle. She found the right angle.
Goods up from behind the arc once again. They're loving the triple. That was a great pass inside from Bateze to find Taylor-Willis right under the basket. Thread the eye of the needle. Olivia Forster. It's a good matchup with Charlotte Finn. Scrappy defensive player, Forster.
Number 15, Emma Wickham, taking a breather. Grace Roberts hits
So Finn on the inbounds. Got to get it in here, Calderon. Back to Finn. Nunez is at the top. Step back. Trent was waiting for that in the corner. She was eyeing up the 3 points.
Licking her chops.
Absolutely, but it wasn't to be. Inside to Calderon. Shovels down the baseline, and Charlotte Finn picks up the foul. Second foul on the board for Ipswich, with Bartese picking up her first foul, and Taylor Willis picking up hers. Many times Charlotte Finn for Worcester. Strings the first. Ties the game at 8. Finn strings the second. So, liking it from the stripe tonight. Charlotte Finn, 9 points, plays 8. Good dish inside to Taylor Willis. Nice step to find the bucket. Grabs her own rebound. Second chance opportunity. And you can see Olivia Forster there tracking across the perimeter. Doing a great job defending the outside. Taylor Willis, Bartese. No basket, says the referee. Bound and by a jump goal, so arrow pointing the way of Ipswich. So, Ava Bartese on the inbounds. Goods, nice work, great finish from her. Strong finish off the window. Roberts has checked in for Wolves. Shona Williams, who sat down. Oh, it was a beautiful spin move from Calderon. Classy finish.
Just over 6 to go in this first quarter.
Taylor Willis at the top. She's always hunting out that triple. Cross court to Goods. Goods steps back. They kick it out once again. Beautifully worked move from Ipswich, and Cameron Taylor Willis.
You have to get a man on
that.
That
is 3 from 3 from that position.
3 or 4. 3 from 4.
3 from 4.
Yes.
You're right. There was an air ball in there as well. Calderon at the other end, and they are slugging it out bucket for bucket here. Here comes Forster. We said this one was going to be fireworks. Puts up another one. This time doesn't go. Willis and Forster. Charlotte Finn, I should say. So Ipswich called the timeout. 2 points in it. Goodness me. Stephen, what are your thoughts?
I think it's been good ball movement from both teams, to be honest, to start the game. I think Worcester have to guard the 3 a lot better if they want to stay with Ipswich and ultimately win the game. It's also been tough for Worcester, as expected inside. Ipswich have a great height and length, so it's going to be crucial for Shona Williams and Calderon to do the job inside defensively.
3 from 7 from behind the arc tonight for Ipswich.
40%.
There's nowhere on the floor when you look at the chart that they're not happy to shoot from. You take a look at that. It's really great spread of shooters. Wolves really trying to put that inside game together, staying well in touch. 13, 2 points it is. 15-13. So much to do, and no doubt Coach Ryan Emery is going to be trying to do something about Taylor Willis. He said they've got to try and take her out of the game, really. And, I think, unsurprisingly, Charlotte Taylor Willis, 13 personal for her in the game.
Wow, already.
Yeah.
Lighting up.
2 scorers on the board, Goodser and Taylor Willis. So they need to do a job. Chandra Nunez with 7, Segdaya just behind Calderon on 4, and Charlotte Finn with a solitary bucket. Early days, 5:20 to play in the first quarter. WNBL Division 1. It's not quite top v bottom, but it's near enough. This time they do go to Anna Trett in the corner. Cameron Taylor-Willis is there just to grab the rebound. Good to Taylor-Willis. Good to stop and go. You see Taylor-Willis, she's out there just, if it goes pear-shaped, she's out there waiting for the ball.
Yes, good defense by Williams there.
Nunes
out of bounds.
Drives inside, but yeah, steps out of bounds with the ball. 4:43 to play, 2-point ball game. So, Anna Trett checking out, and Caitlin Collier joins proceedings. So she is going to pick up Forster. Goodser dancing around the elbow.
Grace Roberts.
The baseline reverses off the window. Great work. Yasin Belenbaye. 4-point ball game.
The defense.
Finn can't hold on to it. Great pass over the top by Bateza. This time they go to Forster. That's a beautiful step, but
no finish.
Can't finish. Charlotte Finn has a look, picks up the three, no good. Can't get the rebound. That's a great broad from Goodser. Taylor-Willis, what a drive to the bucket. Just won't go. Forster's there reaching for it, can't pick it up.
Good board there.
Nunes, she's engaging the eyes in the back of her head there, I think. Where is she? I can't see her. Forster. Good dish. Well, Belenbaye off the window. Really well worked move from Ipswich. Opening up the defence.
Midi.
Nunes from the elbow. Just rings out Belenbaye in a scrap for the.
It's a debatable foul.
Yeah. I was rather expecting two thumbs to go up there, but it wasn't happening. So Belenbaye checks out of the game. And Goodser. So Osorobo and Gray check in, and Casey Cox for Wolves. Loose ball.
Good defense.
It's a scratch. Andre Nunes just says, not around here, you don't.
Yep, they're building a wall now.
Well, you said that's really what they've got to do.
Yep.
Roberts goes inside to Williams. Williams can't hold on to it. Roberts is there, covering the boards well, Worcester. Got 6 points behind, with 2:24 to go in the first. Inside to Williams, head fake, kicks it out. Collier just can't connect, but says it has it. Cross court to Taylor-Willis. Taylor-Willis switches on the afterburners, drives hard inside. Shona Williams is there, but Osorobo's there to tidy up.
That's a foul. Wow.
Yeah.
Slapping at it.
Yeah, and in fact, I think the referee missed the foul at the bottom.
Yeah.
I think he's probably maybe realised he should have called one earlier and didn't.
Yeah.
So.
It was a make-up foul, but it was a foul anyway.
Yeah, well, it was, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But, so. Calderon checks in for Nunes. Trett goes to Calderon. Calderon, one of the volume scorers on this team. Physical player.
Trett would have thought about it. Roberts for three.
Roberts just can't hit the three, rims out. Agonising when it happens.
Yeah. That was halfway down.
Goodser. Check back in. Goodser this time. Another triple attempt. This time doesn't go.
Foul. Wow.
And, well, that's going to be a foul, I think, on Calderon. Worcester's second foul of the game. Ipswich on 4 team fouls. 1:33 to play, first quarter. So, referees just clarifying with the table. So another subs now. Bellenby is back in for Ipswich. So Ipswich in foul trouble. 21 plays 13. That puts Calderon on the line, and chance to just wind up the side of the scoreboard. It seems an eternity since Worcester put a bucket in, but there it is. So, hits the first. So, Nuri Sayadaga Calderon for Wolves. Nets both of those. So, Wolves back within 6. No-look dish, great play, Bellenby, and once again, travelled with it, but again you see,
open again.
Yeah, you see Taylor Willis open at the top.
Wow.
Wolves really struggling to deal with it.
Yeah, Ryan Emery really has to drum it into them that they have to guard her.
Roberts drives inside, fouled, yeah.
Continuation.
So.
Yep, from the free throw line.
Back on the line. Ipswich in the bonus. So Alice Fallon checks in for Ava Bartese and returns to the bench. Meanwhile, Grace Roberts on the line for Wolves.
Can't make the first.
Sometimes they go, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a bit, it's one of those things, isn't it, when it hits the back iron like that, it takes all the momentum out of the ball, and it just kind of stops it dead. It's kind of, which way is the wind blowing, Shona Williams is checking out. I think Shona's carrying a tweak on her ankle, actually. She did right at the start of the game. It looked like she tweaked something, and maybe...
And in comes in Wickham. Another open 3.
Another wide open 3. This time it's too short. So Grace Roberts is there to pick it up. Emma Wickham's come in just to provide the big body inside.
That's travel.
That's travel for sure, yeah. Yeah. Just move the ball across, lifted the pivot foot, and away you go. Whistle straight away. So, by Saruna Goodser. Taylor Willis, cross-court pass, and again Taylor Willis. She's in a lot of space. They get the ball out every time. She needs to take a step, and she's wide open.
Yep.
And he's,
That's the problem.
And it's one of those positions, it's so easy to wrong foot the defense. You just take one step forward, you send the defense the wrong way, and you've got a wide open 3 right on the line,
Yeah.
Lethal from that range as well, we know. Hannah Gray, in the meantime, sinks the first of those 2 free throws. Ipswich 22, Worcester 16, 28.5 seconds on the game clock in the first quarter.
Yeah, even full court pressing.
So
they ain't let her not.
Certainly, Worcester need to do something. So Casey Cox now for Wolves.
Trey is wide open. I think Grace missed that look there.
And the trap is there.
Cox for 3.
Calderon is making the space. But the 3 attempt doesn't drop.
Good defense from Calder.
Taylor Willis once
That's
again.
That's a debatable foul.
And called for the foul.
That's debatable.
Well, Calderon, first foul of the game. So, quite smart, probably. I think it's fair to say. Sometimes you use them, you know.
Yeah, but I think it was a debatable foul. That's a foul, though.
Not called.
Yeah.
Saruna Goods, or she tried, but it wasn't to be. End of the first quarter here in Worcester. Ipswich basketball 23, Worcester Wolves 16. And crikey, it's quite a bit to pick out of that one. For me, it is that three-point play and that threat that Taylor Willis poses.
Yeah, they're driving the kicking, and like Worcester are not guarding the three. They're letting too many wide open threes go. They need to fix that problem. Ryan Emery has to sit down with them and try and drill it into their heads.
Well, so Taylor Willis leading all scorers on 13, and Chandra Nunes still with 7 for Wolves, and Calderon on 6. Belen Baye, she's also doing a great job when she comes on. She's just dominating the post for Ipswich. But we said, didn't we, before the game, you know, when you've got that kind of height, you know, advantage, it's, you know, not a mismatch as such, but you create you know, the coach can, you know, Nick Drain is creating plenty of mismatches on the court right now, you know. And they're very, you know, maybe not the deepest, certainly not the deepest bench here tonight, but for sure, you know, they've got depth in, strength in the depth that they have got. You know, and I think I'd pick out certainly amongst the guards, Olivia Forster. I mean, she's in perpetual motion. So difficult to guard, particularly the start of the first quarter, the first 5 minutes. I mean, they struggled to deal with her, really, you know. Good on the break, strong inside. They really are the full package.
Yeah, they are, for real. They're clicking on all cylinders.
You know, 4 in the paint for Worcester, plays 12 in the paint for Ipswich.
Wow.
You know, so
tells the story.
There's a stat right there, you know, if you wanted to see one.
Yeah.
So no massive runs in the game, not so far. Ipswich stringing together a run of 6. But of course, with that many shooters, you chip away. Worcester, for periods, they're slugging it out, pound for pound, but they kind of got stuck at 13. So we'll see what Wolves can do to try and stem the flow in the second. Worcester, of course, on their home floor is always going to be a tall order this game, but Worcester really do need to find a couple of points to keep themselves anchored in Division 1.
Oh, good wraparound pass. And that's a foul.
So
Nunes makes the 3
in the corner, hits the triple, ends the drought for Worcester from behind the arc. A good dish from Goods, they went cross court there. Yeah, Alice Fallon just can't hold on to it, and Wolves ball. The referee's just going to take a jog around the car park and come back, I think. So
this happened last game, and Charlotte Finn once again says she's not getting that. She's not getting that.
At least somebody's being professional.
Yeah.
Finn and a trap.
Oh, it's a bad pass.
Yeah, not the best choice of
Good defense by Nunes.
Nunes is there and in the passing lane.
Couldn't quite get a hold of the ball there.
And Ryan Emery directing the traffic, and Nick Drain very massive. Belen Baye is going to go to the line to turn that into 3 possibly, with 9:16 still to go to half time. Not even a minute played in the first quarter. Ipswich out to a 6-point lead. So Yasin Belen Baye on the line for Ipswich. Can't connect.
Willis is wide open again.
Wide open. She just hangs back and just arrives like the cavalry.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
The trailer. She's the
That is
trailer.
4 from downtown.
Trent for 3.
Trent in reply at the other end, too short. Taylor Willis is there just to collect it off the ironwork.
Bullet pass to number 7.
Fallon.
Free ball again from Ipswich, no good. Out of bounds, it is a Wolves ball.
Can't save it. Right, Ipswich.
Shooting for the Wolves. Trent taking a breather and Cully.
It'd be interesting to see the 3-point average on the season. Actually, I don't have that to hand, unfortunately. But for Ipswich, I suspect it's a chunky old number.
Yeah, and I'm sure Willis contributes a lot to that number.
So, Olivia Forster
Powder on.
back in.
They have to take care of the ball, Worcester. They're too careless with their passes.
Fallon.
Willis is just
Good
waiting
to
for the
Forster.
ball.
That was a really nice move.
Wow, Euro.
Tries hard inside. Wide open again.
Willis is wide open once again.
Taylor Willis for 3. No good.
And she gets her own board though, and 1 maybe, or not.
Gets the board.
Another board.
This time
She's dominating right now.
she is going to the line. She's a one-woman army. Absolutely. Calderon unhappy, wants to have a chat with her team. Worcester 9 points behind. If these go in, it'll be 11.
Let's get loud.
So Cameron Taylor Willis on the line for Ipswich. Sinks the first. String perfect from the line.
Yep.
So it's an 11-point ball game.
They have to get
Chandra
Nunez involved a bit more. Maybe run some plays for her. Oh, just as I said that, she turns the ball over.
stripped away. Giant ball is the call. And Alice Fallon wasn't going to let go of it.
Nope.
She wasn't letting go of that.
She said that's mine.
Yeah. Batese in for Soraya Goodsap. Taylor Willis.
Nothing there.
Tries hard inside. That was all ball this time.
Good defense. That's what's the
And that's
ball.
going to be a travel, I would have thought. But okay, well, Casey Cox checks back in for Wickham. Forster, side to bell and by, they kick it out. Great ball movement. Batese now, she puts up the triple. That's not going to go. Good defence. Calderon getting involved. And, yeah, they need those opportunities. And you're right about getting Nunez more involved.
Yep.
You know she's a volume scorer.
Yeah.
Top of the pops with over 20 a game. So Bellenby checks out for Millie Pearson. First time in the game for her. Finn goes to bank it in off the glass. No good. And it's out of bounds. Here come Ipswich again. And Batese this time with the 3.
They're really letting the 3 go. Ipswich is a main point of focus for them. They're really a 3-point shooting team.
Golden State. Nunez right there.
Finn.
Finn hard inside.
I won.
Yeah, she is going to go to the line.
Count it.
Yeah, she enjoyed that for sure. So, chance to bring it back to single figures. So, well, it is single figures, of course, but to take another one off. So, Ipswich subs once again. Alice Fallon. Back to the bench. Charlotte Finn. See if she can add the bonus, get it down to 8.
Yes, she can.
This time
Ooh,
doesn't
come
go.
on. Ooh.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christabello's a robo check back in, of course, for Ipswich. Chandra Nunez is trying to get a hand on the ball. And there you see straight away, Ozorobo is there. Nunes pulls up at the free throw line, doesn't go. Ozorobo, Nunes gets picks her pocket.
Collier. Nunes, good fake.
Nunes,
That's a foul, though.
head fake.
Ref didn't call it.
Puts the shot up, and that is going to be an Ipswich ball. I think that came off Charlotte Finn. It did indeed. So 11 points the difference. Worcester just struggling to make a dent, but you know,
been tough for them.
Had they dealt with that triple threat from Taylor Willis earlier on in the game, it'd be a very different scoreboard, I think.
Not even just Taylor Willis, everyone on Ipswich is looking like free cheese. They're just getting threes up, and Worcester aren't doing anything about it.
Yeah. You know, they're so strong that she's able to hang back on the offense, even in transition.
She's a trailer,
Absolutely, you know. And as soon as it's looking shaky or the transition play, she's immediately back for the outlet. Now, as we saw a few weeks ago, didn't we? Worcester got totally undone on that outlet play. So 6:13 to go until half time in this ball game. And if you're Ryan Emery, what's your game plan here?
Get out to the three. That's the main point. They've got to try and build a wall inside. It's been tough for them from all facets of the game. They've really got to try and lock in and do the job. It's going to be a tough job, but at least you get out to three and stop the inside penetration, man.
Worcester just not stringing a run together.
They just need to I think they need to keep a hold of control of the ball as well. They're letting the ball go too easily, too many unforced turnovers.
Yeah, and you're right, because Ipswich 10 points from turnovers in this game so far. And as my good friend Paul James, who's no stranger to this building, always says, you can't score if you don't have the ball. Simple as that. It's one of his mantras. I think he wakes up in the morning, it's the first thing he says. You know. Take care of the basketball. It's so important. They go inside to Trent this time once again. This time he's fouled, so second foul of the quarter for Ipswich. So Wolves inbound from the end line. Bellenby is coming back in.
Willis has taken a breather, I think, for the first time this game.
Yep. Taylor Willis. She's played 14 minutes. Tret. Finn wide open for the triple. This time doesn't go. Forster, that was a great cross-court pass to Ozorobo. Cortese, stop and go, little head fake, puts it high off the window, nice finish. Finn at the other end, goes inside to Calderon, head fake. This time they kick it out to Finn, just can't keep it in bounds. And she's looking confused, but I'm not quite sure why. The blue part doesn't count.
Confused and disgusted, many adjectives.
Indignant of Worcester. So Robo Bellenby is just getting nerfed by Calderon. This time they go out. Forster for a triple, goodness me.
That was fun.
Deep, deep three from her.
Yeah.
And Forster again, getting into the scrap. Finn is there, bats it out. She wanted to hold on to the ball, just couldn't keep hold of it. So Olivia Forster on the inbounds pass. So Robo Forster, like I said, she's in perpetual motion.
Ooh,
just
nice move.
Yeah, I mean, her speed across the court, her foot speed is extraordinary.
I think you highlighted her earlier as well. Yeah, she's really doing well in this game. I wonder how many she has.
Calderon is fouled.
Oh, sure, he has 3, but it seems like she's had a big impact on the game than that.
Yeah, I think it's 5 with that one. Our stats are always a few seconds behind, I think.
Yeah.
But we have the technology. Maybe it's 3. I don't know. We'll see. We can check.
I think it's 5. I think it's 5.
But she plays that defensive guard role so well. Calderon hits the first of those 2. Worcester at the bottom of a bit of a steep hill at the moment. 41 plays 22 with 4:31 to play in the second. Calderon. No good. Here come Ipswich again. Pearson into Bartese. Yeah, it was a nice dish and foul. Calderon saying, well, I was straight up and not moving.
I don't think so, no.
Eh?
I don't think she was straight up there, but yeah. It's really been tough for Worcester, man. They can't really hold up with this team. They're getting scored on the inside and from 3.
Yeah.
I don't know what they can do to mitigate this.
And yeah, Ipswich, they're a class outfit for sure.
Yeah.
As we said, you know, we come into this game, Ipswich, with 11 wins from 17.
Okay.
22 points in the league. So probably mathematically difficult for them to get to the top with Southwark Pride on 34, but meantimes Christabel Osorobo finds another 2 off the glass, and Ryan Emery's taking a timeout, and I'm not surprised.
I believe the top 2 get promoted, do they? Or is it just 1?
No, Division 1. You've won.
Oh, it's Division 1.
Sorry.
My bad, my bad.
Do try and keep up.
It's
been a long day.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, Olivia Forster, 13 points a game.
Okay.
You know, and I think, you know, you saw there, I mean, she sort of pops up everywhere, really.
Yeah, she does. She's all over the court.
And her defensive work on the perimeter is pretty extraordinary, it has to be said.
Yeah.
But so far in the game, it is still Charlotte Taylor-Willis with 18, and she's 3 off a double-double already in this game.
Wow.
With 7 boards. Chandra Nunes, 10 points, excuse me. Leading Worcester.
Yep.
But Ryan Emery has got a job to do now. So we'll start the last 4 minutes with Christabel Osorobo on the line, defending this inbound, and there she goes.
Wolves keep possession. Roberts to inbound.
Roberts to Collier. Roberts.
Trent.
Nunes. Better from Worcester. Good cross-court pass to Collier.
Ball movement. Roberts. The trap to 3.
And a trap. She looked at the 3.
Ooh.
Put it cross-court. And Nunes instinctively punched the ball over to Collier. This time, the 3 deep in the shot clock doesn't go. Good defense from Ipswich. Olivia Forster.
They hand in her face.
Taser can't get it to go. This time Forster goes for the triple this time and rattles it in.
Strings it. Rattles rather.
15 the difference now.
Wow,
25-point game.
25-point game. Trap for three.
And a trip. She finds a triple this time. Well, we've seen her string plenty of those in a number of games. So, you're trying to defend a three, I suppose you've got to throw a few in. But, oh, it was a beautiful dish.
Forster's really all over the court.
Everywhere. Millie Pearson there just has to do the finishing touch. But, yeah, Olivia Forster's a real handful. Nunes finds a two.
Finds the seam in the defense.
Forster just can't hold on to it this time. It's Nunes is there to pick her pocket. Drives hard inside. She is going to the line. Count it and one.
She doesn't look impressed.
She never looks impressed.
Yeah.
She's kind of perpetually perplexed. It's just, I'm not sure she's not. It's just. She makes her body language hard to read, I guess. So subs now. So Pearson checks out after the foul, and Hannah Gray checks in for Ipswich. Nunes with a high arcing shot of hers. A nice dish. But, so Chandra Nunes nerfs it over the end line. Ipswich have it. You see Bellenbayer was there, she just read that beautifully.
It's a real load inside.
Wolves ball. Batese just gets a finger to it. Roberts. To Williams. Trett. Batese just helps herself to the ball. Nunes can't get there. And there she is, Forster once again in the corner, just calling from the ball.
Yep.
Great position. She's got really high IQ.
Yeah.
Batese again just picks it off, keeps control of the basketball. Beautiful dish.
Pass.
This time Forster overcooks it. And a Trett. Stop and pop from the elbow, no good. Forster, Bellenbayer just drives inside, puts up the floater. Offensive foul. Despite that, it was a good finish.
Yeah.
So, certainly not agreeing with the referee, but 26 points the difference now with 118 half time. I fear can't come soon enough for Worcester.
Yep. Got to have the half-time orange.
So Casey Cox checks in for Wolves. And there's Fallon and Saruna Goods are back in now for Ipswich. Taylor Willis on the bench, doesn't really need it right now. So referees, of course, Ipswich again in team fouls. It's just a testament to the strength of their defence, really. But, Taylor Willis on 2, and Osorobo picking up 3, as has Yasin Bellenbayer. But with all the outside threats that they've got. Having some post players in a bit of foul trouble. So Ryan Emery picks up a technical foul. So So we've got a Chandra Nunes is exasperated now. I think she's now got her exasperated face on, and with that technical foul, that is going to send Alice Fallon to the line. So
that is not going to help things.
Makes the shot. So Worcester now.
Nunez will go back to line to finish.
And Nunez takes a shot at the other end. So 31 plays 57, 26 is the difference. So Chandra Nunes, opportunity to bring it back by 1 from the line. Ryan Emery pretty unhappy about something. Chandra Nunes. Julie delivers. So 1 to come for Chandra Nunes. The referee back at the table. I think they're just clarifying. So
So I think we've got some sort of order involved now. Continue
normal service is resumed.
Forster
Once
for
again,
3.
Olivia Forster for 3. Nunez
They called
for
a
the travel.
That should have been a jump ball at least. Wow, most of
Yeah, not a great call from the ref, I don't think, but the call is the call. Timeout called Ipswich. So maybe Coach Nick Drain has seen something he doesn't like.
Oh, timeout from.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He'll be liking the score, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But while they're in that huddle, just a shout out to our sponsors here and the sponsors and partners here at Worcester, obviously the University of Worcester, whose magnificent facility we are in here this evening. Universal Display, Aston's Coaches, Spirit Executive, Something Party, Spirit Care, Spirit Events, and Synergy Sports. And of course the partners of the league, Wilson, who are the ball sponsors for the WNBL, Dynamic Sports Serve and Sure Shot. And of course Chandra Nunes, who is sponsored by Spirit Care. And she's certainly going to take care of a few points here tonight. You said they need to get her producing a bit more in this game, finding options and getting her open.
Yes, for sure.
It's a mountain to climb, as we know, but Nick Drain has got his troops very well organised.
Yep.
Back they come.
They're doing all things well.
Olivia Forster.
Wide open 3.
Another wide open triple once again. Too much on it this time. And Collier just nerfs it out of bounds. But that came off an Ipswich player. So Wolves with possession. 57 seconds to play. So inside the last minute of the quarter. Collier, Cox. She's got Roberts open. Cross court. Roberts puts up the triple. Doesn't go this time. Good rebound. Rocks from Hannah Gray. She did well for Goods up.
Just a reminder, half-time.
Fallon driving hard to the bucket, but she travelled with it.
Just a reminder, half-time.
And I think they maybe stopped the clock a bit late there.
Yep.
Potentially lost a second or two, but Roberts.
Collier for 3.
Collier, well, she was
Thought about
open. Yeah, she thought about it, thought better of it. Dances around inside.
Good ball by Cox.
Yeah, good work from Cox. Shona Williams is fouled, so she will go to the line.
4-2.
Yep, she's going to shoot 2. It's a tough hill to climb when you're that far behind. So there's going to be a bit of reorganisation, I guess, to be done in the locker room at half-time. Shona Williams sinks the first of those 2 12.5 seconds remain on the game clock. She hits them both. And my goodness me, do they all count now?
Yep.
So Goods at 7 seconds now. Shot clock turned off. 5 seconds.
Ooh,
Goods
nice
to stop
hezzy.
and go. It was a nice dish. Right on the buzzer. No good. Millie Pearson was there, but it was too late. But end of the second quarter, half time. Ipswich 57, Worcester Wolves 34. Stephen, give us your wrap up on that
I was
half.
about to ask you the same thing, but I feel like Worcester were not guarding the three well at all. That was the first point. And then, as well as that, they weren't doing a good job of forming a wall inside, so they weren't doing anything right. They were not taking care of the ball either. They were just giving the ball basically to Ipswich. Ipswich were doing everything right, and we'll see how Ryan Emery manages to impact Worcester's mindset going into the second half.
Yeah, ball handling errors, and I think you called it right at the start. They've got to do a job on Taylor Willis. She sat out most of this, and she was just, she created that gap really kind of all by herself at the start of the game. And coming in, you want to have that game plan. The game film should be saying to you, you've got to take care of that, because that is characteristic of the way that they play. She was hanging back for the outlet. She was always available to make the space and find the wide open three. Yeah. And I just sense that their defensive energy is so strong inside, particularly through players like Forster, that it's almost four become five, if you know what I mean. Yeah. They could almost be in two places at once.
Yeah,
so,
I feel you. Yeah.
So it's going to be a great second half, no matter what happens. And so whatever you do, make sure that you keep up to date with all the developments on the Worcester Wolves by following them across all the social media network, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn as well. Yeah. I don't know what half of those are because I'm an old man, but Stephen's nodding, saying, I know what they all are. And I think you've got to hit the bell icon and the subscribe and all of that stuff on YouTube, so you always know what's coming up on Worcester Wolves TV. All games streamed live here from the arena in the various divisions, which is NBL Men Division 3 Midlands, WNBL Division 1, and of course Women's Premier League, wheelchair, basketball, of course. And also, good point, time to mention the Worcester Wolves Saturday Club is back. Boys and girls welcome to take part in the Saturday sessions at the University of Worcester St John's campus, which is on Henwick Road, at the Sports Centre, so it's the old University campus gym. From 9 until 10, so those are on Saturday mornings. 9 until 10 there are sessions for 5 to 7 year olds and 8 to 11 year olds, and after that there's a session from 10:15 to 11:15 for 11 to 16 year olds. £5 per session, and a great way to get started in the glorious game of basketball during term time, I should add. Full details can be found on the website. There are always various activities, various leagues that the kids can get involved in, and out of Saturday morning training, it sort of grows arms and legs, as I know from experience, and a lot of teams emerge from that, so it gives the youngsters great opportunity not only to get into the sport but also to start to enjoy a bit of competitive play as well. So check it all out, all on the Worcester Wolves website, www.worcesterwolves.org, and of course for tickets, of course, for the games, all available through the website. So just go to worcesterwolves.org and follow the links from there, or of course you can come and buy your tickets directly at the arena here in Worcester. Also, the first camp of 2022 has arrived here at the University of Worcester. Takes place on April the 11th and 12th. A great opportunity to learn and develop with the Worcester Wolves coaches and the players, of course. So the benefit of their considerable experience is £30 for 1 day or £50 for 2 days. Places are limited, so please don't delay. Book your child's place if you want to participate. And for more info, visit the community and camps page on the website, which I'll just remind you again is all the W's, worcesterwolves.org. And of course, don't forget, online store to find all of your Worcester Wolves branded goodies, which no doubt you will want to visit at some point, and part with a little bit of hard-earned cash to make yourself certainly makes us all feel better in these straitened times that we're living in. It's a great merchandise there, team replica kits, t-shirts, and all kinds of other great stuff there available to buy. So make sure you check that out. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes' time, and we will bring you the second half of Worcester Wolves v Ipswich WNBL Division 1 action, second half live and in full on Worcester Wolves TV. Whatever you do, don't go away.
third quarter, we're playing a new game, double or draw. The one lucky contestant will have a chance to win some great prizes.
Welcome back to the University Arena here in Worcester. WNBL Division 1 action for you. It is the hometown Worcester Wolves taking on the visitors from Ipswich basketball, and goodness me, what a first half we had. Ipswich just scoring freely in that first half, struggling to deal with the outside threat, and honestly struggling to deal with the inside threat as well. Coach Ryan Emery must have had a big conference with his team in the locker room. What do you think he was saying to them, Stephen?
Well, if I was him, I'd be telling them to not keep their heads down. There's still time in the game, even though it seems like almost insurmountable lead. They can still hit if they start hitting threes and playing defense, they can still win this game or make something of it at least.
Well, it's a long way to go. 57 plays 34. So 23 points adrift coming into the second half, third quarter action. But one thing is for sure, we knew at the start of this game this one was going to provide some fireworks, and we've seen some exquisite basketball from Ipswich so far this evening.
For sure, they're looking like a top contender.
So Chandra Nunes getting us back into the action for Worcester. Nunes goes to Calderon in the corner for three, just off the side of the backboard. Loose ball picked up by Olivia Forster. She doesn't agree, but I'm pretty certain we don't need VAR for that one. But I'd almost stick my neck on the line and say probably one of the standout defensive guards in this league, actually.
Sorry?
She's probably one of the standout defensive guards, I would say, in this league.
From what I've seen, yeah. She's very talented on the defensive end. A lot of speed.
Well, with that, Foul Calderon is on the line. But Yasin Belambaye on 4 fouls now. And, she is one of those big up post options for Coach Nick Drain.
Yep.
Calderon can't connect with the first of those two, and she can't connect with the second. So Ava Bateze is there just to collect it. Forster.
Ooh, nice pass.
Yeah, it's a great dish inside. But Taylor Willis couldn't hold on to it. Finn collected it, and now it is Calderon. Hands off to Finn at the top. Better ball movement from Worcester. Nunes with the triple, doesn't go. Cameron Taylor Willis is there. This time it's Forster, drives hard to the bucket, draws the foul.
It's a debatable foul, but yeah, we'll take it.
Well, there was a contact, I think. You know, she kind of attacks the board at or the rim at 45 degrees. You know,
yeah.
She goes up like a missile. So, however, she can't convert that one from the line. Olivia Forster makes no mistake. Yeah, with a second of those two. So,
Ozarabo has got those long arms.
13 points for Olivia Forster. No look pass out to Roberts. Roberts puts up the floater, and that is going to be, yeah, that'll be a Wolves ball. Forster, that was her first trip to the line so far in this game.
Floater.
Yeah, nice spin from Calderon. That's a signature move.
Yep.
From Calderon. Forster. She was a long way back with that one. Shot that from the car park. Nunes is there to tidy it all up. Long outlet this time. They opt for that long outlet to Finn. Nunes almost gets a pocket pick by Forster. Good dish. Calderon nerfed. And so Calderon will go back to the line. So she's been 3 from 6 so far in the game from the stripe. Calderon. And if Worcester can chip away, be interesting to see what Coach Emery has decided to do to deal with Taylor Willis. Calderon hits the first, crowd enjoying that. So Lori Seadaga Calderon
makes the second.
Strings both of them.
20-point game.
So, objective 1 under 20, I guess, if you're Worcester.
Yep.
But Batese absolutely
good
not
hustle.
scared. Yeah, it was a good hustle, but it hustled it out of bounds. Forster just couldn't keep it in, and Worcester, she wanted to just thread the needle there to Nunes. But you see Forster all over again. Double team comes.
Yep.
They go to Roberts. Good ball movement from Worcester. This Williams. Roberts, Finn.
Nunes.
Times Nunes, she thought about the 3, opts to go inside. She finds them.
18-point game.
Count them and add 1.
Yes, sir.
So Worcester get it under 20. Coach Emery, who took a technical foul in that second quarter, is just studying everything from his seat on the bench. Coach Drain looking a little frustrated. And Chandra Nunes.
Worcester are not out. 17-point game.
Yep, 17 it is. Here comes Forster again. Cameron Taylor-Willis. Forster at the top.
Good
defense.
Good defense from Worcester.
Great defense from Wolves, yeah.
I like the energy coming out into the third quarter. We all know how crucial the third quarter is.
Well, we say, don't we? So many times we've said this season that you win it or lose it sometimes.
Yeah.
In that third quarter, that was, well, okay. Maybe looking for the foul a bit. Forced a deep 3. Too short. Not the best choice of shot, really. Had lots of options.
Yeah.
Nunes. This time Nunes says, I'll have a pot at the 3. Doesn't go. Taylor Willis is there. And on the break, Saruna Goodser delivers the goods.
Wow.
And there she is again. It's a great block. Just picked it off.
Really disruptive with them long arms.
Timeout called. Worcester Wolves. 21-point game here. 62 plays 41 with 6:39 to play. And time's running away in this third quarter, isn't it?
It is. It's gone pretty quickly. Worcester were doing well at one point, but the game's opened up again, and they've really got to get back to the drawing board and see where they can draw.
Well, let's just point out that foul count up there for Ipswich, because there are a lot of fouls on that side of the board, you know.
Yep.
I think Bellambaye, those 4 fouls have kind of neutralised her threat down low. I mean, she just dominates the post.
Yeah, she does. She's a force inside.
Absolutely. So picking up those 4 fouls, Ipswich getting into the bonus in the first 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Quite early in the first, maybe later in the second, but already on 3 with 6:39 to play.
Yeah.
And it's that muscular defence that sometimes it's very hard to keep that going.
Yeah.
If you're getting into the bonus and you've got 5 minutes, 4 minutes perhaps still to play in the quarter, so there's always that kind of those fine percentages in defence where you just kind of back off slightly.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll be a factor.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe Shona Williams and Calderon can impose their will inside now.
Yeah, Shona Williams, pound for pound, you battle it out. They've got Taylor Willis, who's stepping into that role. It's a good matchup. Nunes, she looked at it again. To Roberts at the top. 9 on the shot clock, Calderon puts it up high off the glass. Yeah, it's a bit of a circus shot, really. Ava Batese.
Willis wide open.
Yeah, Taylor Willis, that gets picked off in the passing lane by... Is there a hint of a double dribble there? Possibly. Did you see that?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm
Maybe,
not sure
maybe it's the angle where we sat. It looked like she picked it up and
Yeah.
changed hands. But so holding foul the call. Ipswich 14 fouls with 6 minutes still to play in this quarter.
Wow,
There's an
yeah.
interesting dynamic going on there. It's Forster's first foul of the game. So they go to Roberts on the outside.
Finn wide open.
Finn, it's a long two from Finn, but she drains it. Just had a toe over the line. Good finish. Worcester chipping away. They're not going anywhere.
Finn with the finish.
Goodser drives hard inside. No good. Chandra Nunes
Finn,
this
open
time.
again.
Finn.
Nunes. They've got to move the ball around a bit quicker there.
Yeah. Defense is
open for
coming.
three.
This time Finn puts up the three. Here comes Forster, Olivia Forster. Great defense from Roberts. She crossed her up, but Worcester get the stop. 24 reset on the shot clock. Here we go. Calderon just calling for it. She's in space. Sorobo's there just to pick off the pass. Sorobo. Little 1-2 didn't go. But again, good ball movement, great control.
Shoulder.
Ipswich this time. Shona Williams is there, and is that a foul?
That's
Ipswich in the bonus.
Yep.
And yeah, Cameron Taylor-Willis, it's not lost on her that Worcester just finding a gear in this quarter. That is going to be shots for Shona Williams. So that's bonus time. Saruna Goodser on 3 fouls. Christabella Sorobo also on 3 fouls.
Wow, that's 4 players almost at least on 3 fouls.
Yasin Bellambai is on 4. And Taylor Willis also on 3. So we said maybe that will become a factor that could play in favour of the home team. Let's see. Shona Williams, no mistakes from her, strings the first.
Yep.
She's 3 from 3 off from the line so far in the game. Shona Williams.
4-4.
Picture perfect from the stripe.
17-point game. See if Worcester can get it under 15.
Worcester just chipping away here. Small increments. That was a great dish inside to Taylor Willis. Jump ball. Gotta be.
Has to be.
3-second violation.
Worcester found some energy.
I think, well. Well, Shona Williams doing her own emoji.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Gotta love it. Not in my house.
Oh, they've got to take care of the ball, though.
Yeah, again, sloppy turnover from Worcester.
No way, is that a foul?
Casey Cox, it's going to be, and 1. Hannah Gray did well. Good transition. They play great transition basketball, Ipswich. They just, the cavalry arrives.
Get on the break really well.
You know what to do.
And on the break, the defensive end that helps arriving quickly.
20-point game.
Hannah Gray delivers. Charlotte Finn, and I think that came off, yeah, Soraya Goodser, so it's going to be a Wolves ball.
Full court press.
So Casey Cox, Williams, Nunes, almost lost the handle on the ball there. Finn bundles her way inside, finds her way to the line, and that's what they've got to do, Worcester.
Yep,
they've got to draw that contact.
Yeah, they're really chipping away at the lead, but they've got to stop. They've still got to take care of the ball, though. Like, they have to make sure they keep letting on and take care of the ball so they can actually have a chance of winning.
You need the stops. You can't trade buckets.
No.
And
too late for that.
Substitution to both sides.
so Anna Trett's coming in. Taylor Willis is checking out for Millie Pearson. Shona Williams checks out. Anna Trett comes in maybe to give a bit more of an outside threat. And Charlotte Finn on the line for Wolves. Well, she nails it. So Finn, that's 3 from 4. Make that 4 from 5 from the charity stripe for Charlotte Finn.
Yep.
4:03 to play. Worcester have got to get stops though. That is the key to them chipping away at this lead.
Yes,
sounds obvious, but
Yep.
easier said than done. And with Ava Batese knocking in threes for a bit of a laugh. That's going to be hard work for sure. Nunes double teamed. She goes to Cox. Anna Trett is there. She's wide open. Oh, it was a
Wickham.
great dish out to Wickham. Can't finish high off the window. Batese is there just to tidy up. So Worcester not converting.
Ooh, nice move.
Yeah, beautiful step inside.
She's crafty with the ball.
Trett to Nunes.
That's a
Double
foul.
teamed. Yeah. Referee not spotting that. But
Long 2.
oh, Nunes puts in the 2. 3 minutes to play now. Third quarter, first, second, third, third quarter. Put the wrong set of teeth in this morning.
You're not that old.
Not yet, no. Not quite.
Yeah.
3 attempt doesn't go. Nunes has it. So, Anna Trett, Finn. Finn drives hard inside this time. 3-second violation, so the second one we've seen in the game. So far, 2:29 to play in the third quarter of this WNBL Division 1 clash. Ipswich very much in control with their hand on the gear lever for sure, and they're just grinding away through the gears here. Batese with a snatch 3.
Wow.
Yep. Nunes to Trett into Calderon. Calderon.
Taser's really
Jump
found her.
ball.
The Taser's really found her stroke in the third quarter.
Yeah,
She
absolutely.
didn't hit anything in the first half. What she's found her stroke.
Well, 8 points from her with that, unless I'm very much mistaken. We have all the technology to check, of course.
Yes.
Sorobo.
Another three.
Again, Batese this time airballs it. Doesn't go. So Roberts on the inbound. Cox. Just got to get it over the timeline, which they do. Here comes Casey Cox, tries hard inside, dishes to Calderon.
Fine.
Gets her own rebound, second chance. It was a nicely worked move from Worcester. It's come a bit late in the game. 73 plays 51. Still 1:29 in the third and whole quarter to play. Batese once again liking that triple, but not finding it this time.
Substitutions for the Wolves. Cox taking a breather. And Caitlin Collier returns to the floor.
So Casey Cox returns to the bench, and Collier back in for Wolves. Soraya Goodser drives hard inside. Great finish from her. Trett maybe got away with an additional step there, I think, this time.
Collier.
Collier, and you see how quickly that defense comes.
Trett.
This time Trett for the triple. No good, doesn't go. Roberts there. Collier finds the point, so 22 points it is. Not a back court, came off a Worcester hand.
Flop.
And
Ooh,
wow, goodness me. Wow, Soraya Goodser, classy finisher.
Yep. Not only that, she takes care of the ball. I haven't seen her turn the ball over yet.
I mean, there's stifling defence really, and a Tret this time can't connect for the triple. Pearson's there, but Teze. Saruna Goodser. Tough D from Wolves. So Grace Robertson. Worcester got a lot of fouls to give in the game.
Yep.
But 14 points the difference. And it looked for a moment there as if Wolves somehow...
24.
Sorry, 24, everybody. Had figured out a way to break them down.
Yeah, they did. They were chipping away. They managed to get them in foul trouble, but it seems like they regressed a little bit and they've kind of reverted to the mean, and now they're behind by a lot.
Well, do you want to see the turnover stats?
I don't.
You mentioned it. 21 turnovers.
That's crazy.
To 9, you know. So, I mean, kind of, you know, as I say, you've called it right the whole way through, and that is the thing. You know, you hold on to the rock, you know, and if you, as we say, to quote the great Paul James, if you haven't got the basketball, you can't score.
Yeah.
It's quite simple, and really Worcester just not done a good enough job of holding on to it so far. Having said which, we've got a whole quarter to go.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened. You know?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. So, 5.6 seconds. So, Eva Batese on the inbound ball. To Saruna Goodser.
Wow.
Batese once again. Yeah. Snatches the triple. This time doesn't go. So, end of the third quarter. Goodness me. I think we're set up for, I think we could be set up for something special.
From Ipswich, maybe.
24 the difference in this game. Worcester, they've got to come out and...
all guns blazing.
All guns blazing. No other way.
Yep.
You know? They need to carve the floor up in this game. I mean, the stats really... Sounds obvious, but they really do tell the story. You know, Worcester and both teams really shooting pretty well from the line, but Worcester making use of those two bonuses, as we said. You know, 19 from 24 from the stripe.
Yep.
8 from 11 for Ipswich.
Yes.
But the muscular defence, Ipswich muscular defence, is paying off. They're using those fouls.
Yeah.
There are a few headaches on that board, probably. You know, for Coach Nick Drain, but equally. He's got plenty of weapons still at his disposal, hasn't he?
That's for sure. We've got less depth than Worcester, but we'll see what happens.
Well, we've said defensive energy. For me, there are quite a few standout players really in this game on both teams. I think, you know, Worcester, you've seen Calderon, and once again, Chandre Nunes stepping up and just pouring in the points.
Yeah.
You know, great contributions from Robertson Collier. Also in the game, and Ipswich, well, I think we've spoken about the standout players for us, and I think they have got one of the great standout guards in this league for certain, in the form of Olivia Forster.
Yep.
But it's Ipswich who take to the floor, 24 in front as we head into the fourth and final quarter of the ball game. So what have Worcester got left in the tank? So we're underway. So Roberts is back underway, and see Osorobo there shutting down the passing lane, picking it off, and opening with 2, and that's 26 now. Any sense if that gets... if that lead starts to begin with a 3, then that's going to be very hard work indeed to find a way back from that. But Roberts, meantime, triple team to go out to Cox.
Oh, is that travel?
Travel, yeah. And yeah, she's frustrated with that for certain. So, fourth quarter. And, another deep triple. This time doesn't go, but So Osorobo fouled on the putback. So she is going to the line for 2. I don't think she's been to the line so far in the game. First time. Coach Ryan Emery impassive on the Worcester bench. Christabel Osorobo. It's all string with the first. Sets for the second. Nice. Give me some more string, she says.
String cheese.
Yep. And Trek gets her pocket picked again. Once again, Osorobo's there. And I think with that, this game is getting away from Wolves now.
Yep, 30-point game.
30 points. Like we said, once it starts with a 3, it's looking quite bleak.
Yep.
However, they go into Calderon. Nothing dropping for Worcester at the moment. Calderon gets her own rebound, finds a way back round. Again, can't finish. Worcester just can't hang on to the rock. Ipswich come up with it. So Olivia Forster is fouled by Calderon. Calderon, that's her 4th foul of the game. She's so productive in that position. Forster this time. Doesn't go. So Worcester have the basketball. Calderon on the inbounds. 30-point game now. You see again Forster going for absolutely every ball. Nunez drives hard inside, she draws the contact and she is going to go to the line. First foul of the quarter for Worcester, for Ipswich, I beg your pardon. Worcester already on 2 team fouls. Calderon on 4. So Chandra Nunez, Calderon checks out, 4 fouls. Shona Williams, who's carrying none, so she can afford to get the elbows out a little bit in the post. And 1 to come from Chandra Nunez. Strings both of those. She is 7 from 7 from the free throw line in the game.
Wow.
Forster stop and go hard inside, goes to bank it in off the window. And foul is called.
Wow, Nunez has quietly had 24.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just, she quietly goes about her business, you know.
Yeah.
Nunez goes to Tret. Tret drives hard to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Williams is there.
Ooh.
Hands it off. But,
not in my house, she said.
Yeah.
She's really got really long arms. No wonder she got a block on that.
So Tret wants to go to Nunez, can't find it. Roberts deep 2, doesn't go. Cortez is there to collect it off the ironwork. And, it's good work from Forster to keep control of the basketball there.
Floater.
High floater over the top, doesn't go. Good board from Osorobo. Forster for 3, no good. Nunez has it, finds her way out. Roberts trying to turn the corner. Great defense from Millie Pearson. She's making a real nuisance of herself. Osorobo has it, Forster now for Ipswich. Too much, I think, on that long outlet, but they save it.
For 3.
And this time, the triple doesn't go. Ava Cortez is there. She puts up the triple. Well,
8 seconds.
28 ahead. And I guess you're 28 ahead. You can have a pot at threes. You know, what do you got to lose?
Yep.
Just turn the screw, as they say.
Well, they could all get fouled out.
There's quite a lot of fouls on that board, it's got to be said. But I think if you, well, what is the old saying? Hope is not a strategy.
Yeah.
Hope is definitely not a strategy, and I think it's probably more than a strategy that Coach Ryan Emery needs right now. They need a game plan, but you know, Ipswich third in the league. I beg your pardon, fourth in the league.
Yeah.
As we said, coming into this game, you know, and you know, they're not there for nothing, and they're up with good company for sure. Thames Valley, Loughborough, and City of London Academy, Southwark Pride, who are racing away at the top of the league. 17 from 18 played, 17 and 1, 34 points at the top of the league for them. 5 straight W's in their last 5. And Ipswich really in a bit of a scrap. They're in a bit of a tussle with Anglia Ruskin. Anglia Ruskin on 20 points in the league with 1 game in hand over Ipswich. So 2 points difference. So if Anglia Ruskin string together, they've lost the last 3, but if they can string together a couple of W's, it could be a bit of a scrap for that top 4. And Ipswich, no doubt in the mix. Beautiful footwork from Alice Fallon. Just weaves her way to the basket. Roberts. Finn gets a pocket pick. They're going to Nunez. Nunez tries hard inside, can't get it to go. It just rolls over the top of the ironwork. Here comes Forster. They're going to kick it out to Batese once again for 3. She loves that spot.
Yep.
Nails it. 33, the difference. Going inside to Shona Williams. She muscles her way to the hole. Worcester are not going to go down without a fight here, that's for sure. Saroba, another deep triple. This time it doesn't go. Casey Cox is there to grab it, but goodness me.
Nice reverse finish by Batese.
Ava Batese. She doing it all today. As you said, she came alive in the third quarter.
Yeah.
You know, just found her stroke. Just take a quick look actually at the leaders in the game. Karen Taylor-Willis on 18 and Batese on 11. Finn puts up the triple and nails it. It's a bit late in the day. I think the referee thought about the travel call there actually.
Yeah.
But I think he let that one go. Forster. Batese once again for 3. This time doesn't go. And I think she's been letting fly from 3-point range for much of this second half. Yeah, 3 from 11. So from behind the arc. So you're not scared to shoot the 3, that's for sure. She's shot more than anyone in the game.
Yeah, she's really trigger happy.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and on the days it works for you, it's fantastic, really.
Yeah.
I remember some years ago, one of the BBL games here, and
Ipswich are really good at finding open looks. I think they lead the league in assists.
Well, Casey Cox just picks it off. She goes to Finn. Roberts. It's time to kick it out to Cox. Cox puts up the triple. No good. Finn is there. Nunez. Well, it wipes its feet. Wow. Goodness me. Hannah Gray joins the party from downtown. And Ipswich will probably bag the ton in this one, I think.
Yeah.
Good finish at the other end from Serena Goods. So now Ipswich chasing the 100. Worcester will be wanting to do anything they can to stop them getting it.
Yep.
For sure. And they keep it in bounds. They do. Goods up.
Tips it. Cox tipped it.
Well, it was unsighted, I suppose. And with that.
Timeout Wolves.
Yeah, timeout Wolves. I think it's a regroup and just, deal with it moment, isn't it?
Yeah. Probably trying to tell them to keep it under 100, but we'll see what they can do about that.
Yeah, I was saying once I remember seeing one of the BBL games a few years ago now, I think 2014. Alex Owumi hitting 7 from 7 from downtown.
Wow.
Yeah, it was extraordinary. When you get on fire from behind the arc, sometimes it just works for you. Just click,
Yeah.
And you get those games. You saw, Cameron Taylor-Willis at the start of this game.
She was on fire.
I mean, it's just extraordinary, really.
Yeah.
She bagged up 13 of those opening 15 points in the first quarter.
Yep, and she found herself with... Oh, she's still on 18 points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really featured much in this second half. She featured toward the second half.
Yeah.
21 minutes played in the game. So played pretty much half of the game. We're heading down to the business end of the season now.
How many games are left?
We're at the pointy end. I'm not sure actually. I'll check. So 3 minutes 20 to play. 2 team fouls apiece on the board, but Worcester too much to do now. 97 plays 62. So now, I think you're right what you say. Try and keep it under 100.
Yep.
Coach Emery missing Maloney today. Another impact player for Wolves. Casey Cox just can't hold on to the board. Another turnover. Faking the pass. Bellambaye back in.
Beast.
On 4 fouls, absolutely. So one coach saying, make sure you get over 100. Because that points difference really counts come the end of the season.
Yeah.
If you're scrapping it out, level on points. Cox doesn't go. Fallon goes to Gray. So the two bigs back in this time. Is this going to be a ton? It isn't. Roberts just couldn't hold on to the basketball. 28 turnovers now for Wolves in the game. And shot clock violation. Good defense. 2:10 to play. Can Worcester hold it under 100? That is the big question now. Cameron Taylor-Willis is just glancing up continually at the scoreboard just to remind herself that it will just take one of her magical threes to deliver the ton, and she has it. There's the outlet. Goods up.
One more point.
Pulls up. It's 99. Plays 62. 151 to play. Ipswich just enjoying it now. Roberts puts up the 3. No good. Gray is there. Charlotte Finn can't hold on to it.
Oh, that's a dime. That was a
This
dime.
time,
Another dime. They moved the ball really well, as they've been doing the whole game.
yeah, that's saving. Here it comes.
Three.
There it is. Once again. Cameron Taylor-Willis with the dagger. It's 102 to
40-point
62,
game.
40 points.
Wow.
You get blowouts every now and again, and you're looking at one right now. That is for sure. Worcester battling away. Roberts, she puts up the triple. Bit short on that one. Taylor Willis now.
Nice move.
Yeah, route one, straight in, great finish. And they're all, great finishers. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
We've seen some really exquisite stuff this afternoon from Ipswich, or this evening, I should say, from Ipswich.
Yeah.
Great basketball. A team stuffed full of talent.
Yeah.
Jump ball. So Ipswich have the arrow, everything going their way, including the jump ball arrow.
It's going to be a fun bus ride home.
Yeah, they're going to enjoy that bus ride home.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a tough one if it was the other way around on the road.
Yeah.
It's a long way back for sure. Goods up. She's had a great game as well. And another one doesn't. This one time it doesn't go. Rattles out. Yeah, Goods up. 14 points, as you say. Chandra Nunez just quietly going about her business. 26 points for her. Double-double for Batese. Taylor Willis, one board off her double-double in the game. And too much on that pass, but we're within the last 10 seconds of the game. So they'll wind it down now. I think they're going to dribble this one out.
Yep.
And Ipswich will just run down the clock. And it's been a really impressive performance from Ipswich basketball this afternoon or this evening.
It really has.
I mean, they've got it all, and they've got it all in bucketfuls, really. Worcester, they won't be happy with that performance, but I think equally, when you're up against a team this level of talent and they're playing, out of their skins, shooting the lights out in this game.
They really did. Worcester couldn't get them do anything about their threes at all. They couldn't do anything to stop them inside. They were clicking on all cylinders. They took care of the ball. Worcester turned over the ball way too many times. So there was no way that they could have won that performance. They tried.
Ipswich, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Everything was dropping, but also, they're just so strong at both ends of the floor.
Yep.
Dominated the boards, looked after the basketball. I mean, when you look at that stat count on turnovers, 31 turnovers to 10.
Wow.
In this game, I mean that is the story of the game right
really
there.
Is, yep.
And if you look at what was taken in, in transition, 41 points.
Wow.
From transition play from turnovers. So, against 8.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, capitalising, it's pound for pound. 1.2 points a turnover or whatever it is. 19 on the fast break. Against 7. So really, when you look at that stat line, there were two teams that were playing at a slightly different level tonight. I think it's fair to say.
Yes, I think it's fair to say that. Yeah.
Commiserations to Wolves. They didn't go away. They battled hard, but in the end, it wasn't to be. It's finished here. Ipswich 104, Worcester Wolves 62. Stephen, thank you as ever for your input tonight.
Thank you, Jules.
It's always good to have an expert sat next to you. I'm just a gob on a stick.
Wow.
So don't forget to check back Worcester Wolves TV, all the Wolves games streamed live here for all the various teams here at Worcester. And of course, no doubt, if you go to the NBL website, you'll see all of the stats and scores from WNBL Division 1, and all the stats and the stats archive is there. So the Basketball England website, so you'll find everything in the game section and the stats section on their website. But until next time, from me, Juliana, my very good friend Stephen Asante, it's goodbye from him, and it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye, guys. Take care.
Bye for now. I'm not going to bother with any interviews. You haven't talked to me. Mad, isn't it?